This woman writes, boyfriend is buying me donuts every morning and won't stop when asked. Such a common pattern for that nice guy archetype to do this. I've experienced this with other people very often, actually. And so it's like, what I realized was that in their mind, it was like, well, if I just do enough things, if I just please this other person, or if this person feels good based on me giving them gifts, then they'll like me and then they'll never leave me, or then all my needs will be fulfilled and they'll just reciprocate. And what it's called is called a covert contract, meaning, oh, if I do this for you, then you do this for me. And then what you'll also find is with this nice guy approach, they have these covert contracts, but they'll say that, oh, I'm just doing this because for no reason other than to give, or something like that, where they take no responsibility. They basically take no selfishness, because they're basically antithesis of what they want is to be selfish, because they think selfishness is going to be make people not like them or not love them or not accept them, or will, if they're selfish, then other people will leave them. But what they find is by completely eliminating that sense of selfishness, then they just make the other person super uncomfortable, like what this woman is experiencing here, where she's even telling him to stop, and he won't, because he can't understand that. It's almost like his mindset is almost like how you would take care of a dog. And so you'd give it food every day, and then in return, as this exchange, and that's really the main thing, it's an exchange, even though they'll always say that it's not an exchange and that I'm doing this just because it's a good thing to do. But it is an exchange. Don't ever get that mixed up. That person I was referring to, they always said that. They were like, oh, it's never, I'm just doing it because of this, and it's just the right thing to do, and I have no other ulterior motives. But then when things go bad and there's like some kind of argument, you'd get sat down, and basically he stored up every single thing he did for me, and he wrote it down, and then he gave me like an hour monologue on everything that he did for me. And so it created this atmosphere that was like, I was just like blankly staring at a wall. And then he's just on this hour rant, just talking about how good he is and how much he's done for me. And it was everything, every little thing, every dinner, every coffee, every single thing he wrote down and said, this is what I do for you, kind of deal. And it's just that complete nice guy approach. And it makes the other person just want to run away from you. But unfortunately, because they think they're so against that sense of selfishness, that they do everything they can to basically hide their own selfishness or hide their own needs, and just basically give and give and give. And if they just give enough, they think those will be fulfilled, and then they don't have to confront any of those things, those quote unquote bad things that they don't want. And so there is really, really a need for that sense of selfishness in relationships, and selfishness in regards to just taking care of yourself and recognizing that it's okay to have needs as a person, and every single person has needs. And it's like, it's okay for you to go and ask for those things that you need in a relationship, whatever it may be. And and it's so common in society, because people basically live in this state of fear, fear of being bad, really. And in turn, what it creates is dynamics like this, where both people really feel totally uncomfortable, and really neither person gets their needs fulfilled.